You're going to see Major Rich Stalker, Lieutenant Mike Brock, Lieutenant Eli Tilsky, and Lieutenant Billy McCarthy. You'll see and hear them in just a couple of seconds as they get ready to launch. As a matter of fact, I believe we've got aircraft on the roll now. All from the first fighter wing right here at Joint Base Langley-Eustis. This is the sound of freedom. Here come the T-38 Talons. Laced through the fingers of each hand, giving him control of each horse. Each pair of horses in the hitch has a specific job to perform, and as part of the team, the front pair are called the lead team because they're smaller and more active than the others, because they have to cover the most territory in a turn and do it in the fastest time. The second pair are known as the swing horses.
Persuasion, don't admit that it's part of a scheme, but I can't help but have my suspicion, 'cause I ain't quite
coming from that same altitude, World Aerobatic Freestyle Champion Rob Holland is helping us start with our traditional air show opening. In just a minute or so, I'm going to be introducing a former U.S. Air Force band singer and member, Gator Allman, who's going to sing our national anthem. We are all blown away right now here on the announcer stand because the clouds just opened up so he'd have a clean shot at the target. We're all lapped up here like big time. Are you ready for an air show? That's it. Now watch him as he reaches about 3,000 feet. Justin will reach behind his right hip, toss out a little leather ball. That'll throw out a pilot chute, and then you will see right now the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. Oh yeah, Rob Holland continues his circle around the target. Chris Parker is out there as a ground coordinator for the Golden Knights. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand where you are, remove your caps, stop where you are within the sound of my voice as Gator Allman sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gator Allman. Let's watch as Justin Little comes in on target from 12,500 feet above the ground. As he turns to his final approach, he'll be in right on target. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Justin Little. Coming up, F-22 Raptors getting us started. What a way to start an air show. Nice job, Gator. Awesome job. A nice round of applause for Gator Allman. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the commanding officer of Joint Base Langley-Eustis. He is Colonel Pete Fessler. Oh, Colonel, what a start to the show.
Boy, this is incredible. We couldn't ask for better weather or a better day. Folks, I'm Colonel Pete Fessler. I'm the commander of the 1st Fighter Wing here at Langley, and I want to welcome every one of you to AirPower over Hampton Road.
500 feet. The jumpers are out and the smoke is on. We now have members of the Golden Knights rapidly approaching speeds of 120 miles per hour. The initial part of the formation is called the base, and it forms quickly as the outside jumpers wait for the team leader's call. At 9,000 feet, the team leader waves his arms, signaling the outside jumpers to fly to the base. As they fly closer and closer together, the free fall photographer circles a formation and catches all the high-speed action. Since vocal commands cannot be heard in free fall, the team leader will wave his arms at 5,000 feet, signaling the outside jumpers to perform our bomb burst maneuver. This is our salute to the attendants of today's show. The base continues to fall, gaining vertical separation prior to their opening at 2,000 feet. And there you have the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights. Now, as you may have guessed, these jumpers are faced with a unique situation, a traffic jam in the sky. They must gain vertical separation to allow for individual approaches into the target area. This is accomplished by pulling down on the front part of the parachute and spiraling earthward at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour to gain vertical separation just like you might see aircraft at a busy airport. Ladies and gentlemen, at 1,000 feet, these jumpers can hear you very well. Give him a loud round of applause as he brings in his team. Sergeant First Class Brian Karst flying the Star Canopy, representing the United States Army. At 1,000 feet, he does what is called a wind penetration check, checking his speed and distance across the ground. He then flies a downwind leg, a base leg 90 degrees to the target, directly over your head so you can see the high-speed action. Once on final approach, he will shift all his concentration to a small black dot, bringing it in over the target for a beautiful target area landing. Not to be outdone by the first jumper, watches this next jumper, brings it in, manipulating the toggles, evaluating the wind speed, getting ready to shut it down, dead center for a beautiful Golden Knight dead center landing. Look at the beautiful black and gold canopies, ladies and gentlemen. The United States Army Parachute Team was formed in 1959 at the home of the airborne, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. At that time, the team consisted of 19 original members. Each was selected to assist in the development of modern parachuting techniques to perform live aerial demonstrations and perform for canopies across the world. In 1961, we were designated the Army's official aerial demonstration unit, and 1 year later, we adopted our nickname, the Golden Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, watch as our last jumper, the videographer for the team, brings in this high sport canopy into the target area, flying the beautiful state colors. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our performance for the morning. And on behalf of the entire team, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being such a warm and receptive airborne audience. In closing, I leave you with this final thought. In the future, may all your days be prosperous and your nights golden.
There will be lines getting to the food, and when we break today at the end of the show, we're going to encourage you to stick around for the show after the show, because we'll have a number of people trying to get off the field at the same time, and rather than just finding yourself in a bunch of traffic, may just enjoy something to eat here so you don't have to sit in your car. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from the right, representing the first fighter wing, here come the two Raptors and the T-38 coming in for their pitch-up rate to land. Talon, the tail end Charlie, that's just the last one to make the turn. They have over 15 million flight hours on the entire fleet of T-38 Talon aircraft. Talk about taking good care of taxpayer money. About 15,000 hours on each airframe. And they still serve as trainers out at Beale Air Force Base for the U-2 pilots out there. They're serving here as trainers as well at the first fighter wing. And also NASA uses them for proficiency trainers. Let's watch as the Raptors touch down. Notice how they'll keep their wheels, the nose wheel, off the ground as long as possible, using what is known as aerodynamic braking. Early jet fighters had parachutes that they would deploy to help slow them down, but the aerodynamic braking technique used by these pilots helps save brakes, save tires, and save your taxpayer dollars. Later today, we'll see the United States Navy's F-A-18 Hornet demonstration. You'll see that aircraft demonstrate a touch and go. The difference in the landings will be significant because the 600 to 700 foot per minute descent rate that is flown by these aircraft is turned into a controlled crash when the Hornet touches down because they just plan it. They practice every landing as though they're going to be landing on the deck of a carrier. And they've got a very small area to touch down in and small area to get stopped by the tail hook and the cables that are stretched across the deck. But we'll see that demonstrated a little bit. Every man's fighter. We also want to thank the DAV, Geico, Jack Links, Lockheed Martin Aeronautics Company, Multiprint Incorporated, Budweiser and Bud Light. Thanks to the Budweiser Clydesdales for being here. The Commissary, Northrop Grumman, Smoked Barbecue, and Trader Joe's. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, Red Line.